What if I told you that what's in this box could make your radio operating a whole lot easier and a whole lot more understandable? Well, today we're taking a look at the Retevis EEK014 DSP active noise canceling mic and earpiece. Alright everybody, welcome back. So one of the most important things you can do is be heard on the radio. I know a lot of folks think that, as long as they have a handheld radio, they can communicate when there's an emergency or whatever, and that's great, but if you're in a noisy environment, if you're in any kind of environment where there's commotion, where there's chaos, and this just goes for everybody, not just ham radio operators, you're going to want to be heard clearly. And that's what this can do for you. This can cancel out all that background chaos and noise, and we are going to test it in a little bit. And you'll be able to be heard in a noisy environment. This is the Retevis EEK014. It's active noise canceling mic earpiece. Now I know this video isn't going to appeal to everybody. Some people, they're not into radios and all that. But if you're into radios and you've worked with them in noisy environments, you're going to love this video because this is definitely cool. I have tested this out already. I am going to unbox it a little bit for you, but I have tested it out just to see how well it worked. And I was really surprised. One of the things I did was I just used radio static in the background. And I wanted to be heard, and I wanted to see how well it canceled that noise out. We had a lot of wind. Now, of course, today it's absolutely dead silent, no wind. We had a lot of wind, and when I was playing with this and testing it and recording the other radio in here, I was able to absolutely hear no wind noise. So that is really handy if you live in a windy environment. I think the biggest thing that this is going to come in handy for with me personally is working the parade every year. We have a big harvest festival and a parade, and Net Control is trying to call you, and there's the high school marching band and then the police marching band and every band possible coming at you. This will really help you not only hear, because you can hear much better with this, but be understood better too. Now, let's get into what it comes with. First of all, you're going to have a USB cable, and yes, this does need to be charged. This is a powered device. It will run for 20 hours, but we'll get into that in a minute. So you got your USB cable right here, real simple. I did charge it up, I just used a different one. It's just a standard USB cable. Then you have the actual microphone. Let's get the box out of the way there. And headset, and this is a two-piece design here. So, let me unhook this. I did wrap it back up to show you guys how it comes. It actually came very, very neat and organized. There we go. So there you go. There's your whole system. Now, I have installed this little tube, okay? This will come without this installed, and this can clip pretty much anywhere on your clothing or whatever. This is you'll put this on here, plug this in, plug that in there. This comes loose. Plug that in there, and you can just put that in your ear any way that's comfortable. It's a very comfortable earpiece, very soft rubber, and it does definitely let you hear very, very well. I kind of like to put it over my ear in a style where this is kind of behind the ear, and this is kind of over like that. So you could do it right-handed, or you could do it lefty. Either way, put it back that way. That will work too. So very convenient, very handy to use. This does have a 2-pin plug. This will fit the Kenwood 2-pin audio jack and mic jack. However, this will also fit your Baofeng UV5Rs. Pretty much any Baofeng with a dual-pin connection like this, it will fit. And we are going to test it with a Baofeng. And this is actually the heart of the whole thing here. This is your noise-canceling microphone. When you turn it on first, you're going to turn it on like that. You'll see the blue light on it. And that's your microphone. This is where you'll be charging it from, and that's your push-to-talk button. This does not have Vox set up on it, so really every time you're going to talk, you're going to push down to talk on it. You can do this in your sleeve and do like the whole Secret Service thing with this in your ear. But as a general rule, what I like to do is just keep it right in front of me, on the front of my shirt, or maybe up close where, my lapel is or whatever, and be able to talk into it just by pushing that button. All in all, it's a really impressive system. I was really surprised at the amount of noise reduction that I had when I went to try it. Of course, the wind stopped, so I'm like, I know, I'm just going to play a radio station on static and see how well that will filter it out. And sure enough, it filtered it out very well. So that's how we're going to test it today, as well as going outside and, just having some occasional wind noise here and there. We're going to try it out and see how well that does work. So this is suitable for a big, wide range of applications. You know, you can if you're doing shopping mall security, grocery stores, restaurants, you know, when you want to talk to people, especially restaurants, having worked in the restaurant business, I can tell you they're noisy environments. Nightclubs, bars, casinos, factories, crowded conventions, you know, they're really awesome for that as well. Concerts, whatever, you're going to be able to be heard and hear so much better with this. Now, the first time I ran into a problem hearing people, you know, and I'll give you an HT over here to show you. Many years ago, this wasn't the HT I used, but many years ago, I was doing the 4th of July parade in Monterey, California, where I used to live. And, man, I'll tell you, it was just, you could not believe how you could not hear the radio over all the commotion. I mean, there were tanks in that parade, there were bands one after the other, and it was very difficult. So I said to myself, next year, I'm going to get a pair of headphones. Well, they worked, but the problem was being intelligible back to net control. If I'm just talking into this little microphone, I'm not anywhere near as intelligible as something like this that will cancel out background noise. Now, to install this thing is very simple. Get that plastic out of the way. You're simply going to open up the side of your radio, like that, and plug it in. One hole is bigger, one hole is smaller, and it will fit right in there. And really quick, we'll just test it on 145.555. As you can see, it is transmitting, so it does work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this radio outside, and I'm going to videotape myself outside so you can actually hear the noise that I'm generating. And I'm going to leave another radio in here on the same frequency. I'm going to leave it right here on this camera so you can watch, and I'll edit it to get to the point where the noise is, because it'll take me a few minutes to get set up out there. And we'll try it out and see how well it cancels out all background noise. I am going to be right near my noise source, okay? I'm going to try to put that staticky radio right here and be standing right here with this radio here and see how well that works. So let me set all that up for you, and we'll come back, and I will just leave the radio right here, and you'll hear me talking on it with all the background noise and see how well that does clear up all the background noise in it. Okay, so as you can see, I have my Baofeng radio set up out here. It's on the same frequency, and I'm going to key the mic. This is dead silence out here, as you can tell. The one day I needed wind, I don't have it. So the most we're going to have is some birds in the background. And we're going to try it out. Let's see what it sounds like. W6UTC testing. W6UTC testing the Retevis noise canceling microphone.
W6UTC testing. W6UTC testing the Retevis noise canceling microphone.
Alright. Now, as you can tell over here, that little noise making going on, I have this set on just a staticky, noisy channel. I'm going to turn that up. You're going to see how well this works. W6UTC test. Let's move the radio away a little bit so it doesn't cancel out the noise. W6UTC testing. W6UTC testing. Retevis noise canceling microphone. W6UTC clear.
Testing, W6UTC testing, Retevis noise canceling microphone. W6UTC.
So I gotta say, aside from talking a little too close to the microphone when I had the noise on, that thing worked very well. It did cancel out all the noise. You do have to be careful of that when using it. You do not want to put this right up on your mouth because it will actually consider your mouth to be the noise and cancel you out. But as you can tell in that second one, you had none of that static, and you saw how loud it was on my other video. So definitely a cool feature. I really like it. I want to go over some of the features really quick on this. First of all, this has the DSP chip inside of it, so that is an active noise canceling technology. And it's got an independent noise canceling switch on it, so that's really cool. When you get too much noise, it will cut. Again, you don't want to do like I did there, part of that video where I had it too close to my mouth. But it definitely will cut out the noise in the background. It does have a built-in 320 milliamp hour rechargeable battery that can work for 20 hours. Okay, and it is packed with the cable like I showed you, the little USB charging cable it comes with. It has a convenient 2-wire design. My only thing would be careful not to tangle these up because they're a pain in the neck to untangle. Other than that, you know, if you store them coiled up separately, great, perfect. And they do come apart. I mean, it's not like they're going to get tangled up and ruined. They come apart very easily. You got a quick disconnect acoustic tube over here. So if somebody else is going to be using this, you simply unplug that so you're not using the same tube as someone else. And I don't want to kink it there. And you got yourself another brand new tube ready to go. So that's definitely a nice feature of it. And it is very loud and clear through there. You can really hear it nicely through that little tube. It's compatible with the standard Kenwood 2-pin connector, which means all of your UV5Rs will work for this, no problem. If you've got 2 pins on the side of your radio, this will work. It'll also work with all the Kenwood HTs. So it's suitable, like I said, for a wide range of applications. You can use this almost anywhere. For me personally, this is going to go into my Go kit, and I'm going to be able to use this for when I'm doing loud events or loud noisy events, and I want to be heard through the noise. Again, if you don't get up too far on the mic, you'll be just fine. It really does work very, very nicely. And I like the fact that it's got a little clip for your shirt, you know, if you're going to clip that on so it doesn't fall off, or behind your back of your shirt there, as well as a clip for this too. So I'm definitely liking it. Now, the price on it, they run about $37, so it's $36.99. And I will put a link down below. This is on Retevis' site. This is not on Amazon, so you can check them out. And, you know, I'm not making anything off this. I just want to show you guys how this works, because I was looking for an affordable noise-canceling earpiece, and a lot of them are very, very expensive. So for this is definitely a good little deal. You see how that comes off, by the way. I wanted to show you that, and I didn't take it off. So that comes off very easily. It's definitely a very easy-to-use item. Nothing fancy about it. You charge it up, you plug it in, it's ready to go. There's no settings, there's no hard work on it. It's really good, easy to use. So for you guys that are ham radio operators, or for you folks that have these little 2-pin connectors on your family radios, you know, and you're out in the park and you want to be heard over a bunch of kids screaming in the background while your kid's playing, definitely cool thing right there. So that is the Retevis EEK014 DSP active noise canceling microphone and earpiece. Like I said, they're $36.99. You can check them out on Retevis' accessory site. They have a ton of other accessories too, so don't forget to check them out. Don't forget to check out our links as well. Our Amazon affiliate store. Down below, our freeze-dried wholesaler link. With that link, you will get 15% off your order, so definitely check them out. Don't forget our My Patriot Supply link, which is preparewithiridium.com, and our Thrive link as well. Now is a good time to get stocked up on your freeze-dried foods for emergencies or just for everyday use. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.